In this video I want to talk about different housing options in Canada for rent. If you are not familiar with North American lifestyle, the housing in Canada can be confusing in the beginning. What to rent, where to rent, those are some of the most pressing questions people are facing before moving to Canada. So in this video I will try to explain it as simple as possible. I will start with one of the most common types of homes in some countries, which are high-rise buildings. We immigrated to Canada from Ukraine about 12 years ago, and back in Ukraine, and it's actually common in Eastern Europe, high-rise buildings are some of the most popular types of homes where people live. Here in Canada the situation is different, and the most people live in houses. But let's talk about those high-rise buildings first. They are separated by two major types: apartments and condos. What's the difference? In short, condos are built to be owned by individuals for them to buy and own. Apartments are built to be owned by management companies and rent out units to people. You as a tenant actually can rent out both. When renting out a condo, you will have to deal with the owners of a condo or their realtor. Renting an apartment, you would have to deal with management of a building. Condos usually are much better quality and have great amenities. Apartments are generally poorer quality and they don't have amenities, or have some. Apartments actually also can be a 2, 3 or 4-story buildings and not necessarily high-rise ones. Now let's talk about houses. Houses are the second large group of real estate we will talk about. Most people in Canada and actually in US also live in houses. There are three major types of houses: detached houses, semi-detached houses, and townhouses or townhomes. In Canada, any owner of the house can rent it out, fully or partially. Detached house is a freestanding single-family residential building. It is a long-standing structure that can be isolated or can be part of a neighborhood, like you can see in these examples. We actually have a video of our house tour. If you want, check it out via this link or the link down below. Semi-detached house is the same single family home, but it shares one common wall with the next house. It's like two houses linked together. In some regions, duplex is a more common name for the semi-detached house, or just semi. Townhouse. Townhouse is an individually owned unit that looks like a detached or semi-detached house, only usually narrower, with multiple floors, and where units are sharing walls with other units from both sides. There is another common thing that people renting out is a basement. In Canada, most of the houses or townhouses have basements. Basement is a lower part of the house which could be partially or fully underground. Usually it is a livable area which could be used and set up as a kids' playroom, entertainment area, sometimes with additional bedrooms. Often basements are set up as a separate apartment area, with bedrooms, living room, kitchen and bathroom. In this case, it can be rent out. As I said before, houses can be rent out by owners, fully or partially. So for example, owners could be living in a basement and they can be renting out the first and second floor. But in case if owners own multiple houses, they can rent out one house for a few families. So for example, they can rent out first floor, second floor, and a basement. So it's like the house will be divided by three apartment areas where different families will be living. But in most cases, people are renting out second floor, first floor to one family, and then basement for a separate family. And another option is where owners are occupying first floor and second floor, and they renting out basement to a separate family. So those are the rental options with houses. So to summarize, these are the most common housing types in Canada that you can rent: apartments, building with rental purposes only, owned by management companies; condo, high-rise building owned by individuals; detached houses, freestanding single-family house; semi-detached house, freestanding single-family house linked by the wall with another house; and townhouses, a complex of homes linked with other units together. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about housing types in Canada. Check out our other videos about life in Canada. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.